Hello everybody, this is Brandon with Crypto Trades and Tech. In this weekly update, the story of the week is simply the Bitcoin breakout. So I want to focus on that this week. As you can see here, there was an article that JP Morgan and institutional investors are favoring Bitcoin over gold. Of course, Michael Saylor tweeted this out. The implication is of major banks and regulators going to accelerate the collapse of gold and the rise of Bitcoin, in his opinion, as a preferred safe haven store of value for institutional and retail investors. Now, we can see the result of this in price action. As we noticed, Bitcoin was putting in a bottom here right around the 120-day moving average, which is my main moving average. As long as we stay above the 120, and the 120, especially when it's moving upward, we maintain a bullish bias. And so it touched it once, got wicked below it briefly, rode right above it, and then just blasted off from there. So we broken out. The key trend line we were watching here was the high that we put in back in April. And then the swing high we put in at 53,000 in early September. We've taken out that swing high. And as of right now, we are currently consolidating right above that swing high. That swing high level is right at 53,000. We're consolidating right above it. You can see here we're in this uptrend channel. We put in a little bit of a bull flag, broke to the upside of the bull flag, and then we're putting in some more consolidation on top of that last bull flag coming into that trend line support right now. As far as my expectations, at this juncture, as long as we stay above the 50-day moving average, I'm aggressive about taking trades. If we were to get a sell-off back down to 53,000, I might lean into that support, and especially if we get back down to this trend line level right at 50,000. We have weekly support at 51.2, and then daily support just below at 50,500, and then trend line support right around that $50,000 level as well. At those levels would probably be a welcomed buy the dip level at this juncture. As you can see, we're also toward the very bottom end of this channel that we're watching, the log chart. You can see the 120 is riding along the bottom of that channel as well. Another key metric I want to share with you is the amount of coins coming on or off of exchange. You can see here when we had the big sell-off over the summertime, right as we started to, after we had our initial sell-off and then a bounce, that was a lower high, and then a big sell-off. That lower high came in right at 55,000, which we're coming into right now as well. You saw a big influx of coins coming onto exchange right before the selling and as the selling was happening. This time we've seen a big drawdown in coins off of exchange right ahead of this big price action that we've seen here. And here's an easier way to look at that same chart. We've had a very large drawdown in balance on exchange as coins have been coming off of exchange. And then you saw right here this inflection point where price was going up, but balance on exchange is also going up at the same time. And that preceded a very sharp drop and a very large increase in balance on exchange. And this time we've seen a continued drawdown, and then we've seen a flat line currently. As price has risen here, we see just basically it's going sideways. This is a very low point for the past several years of balance on coins available on exchange. The other model I like to consult is the stock to flow variance. Now, of course, we've been riding underneath the stock to flow median line, and normally the stock to flow model would predict a large move, a blow off top well above the line. And you see we're still below the line. We're still in the buying zone on the stock to flow model variance. So we're still actually quite a bit undervalued per the stock to flow model, which is something I do keep an eye on. Now, taking a look here at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we've been waiting for a large move in the Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see Bitcoin's putting in this very much a bottoming pattern. Came into resistance right at this range right through here, and that's where it's currently sitting, consolidating in that range. My expectation is, and I don't have a time frame on this, but my expectation is a little more consolidation, a break to the upside, and a quick move to this 50 level. I'll be watching very closely to see if it curls over and starts to head back down after reaching that 50 level, or if it breaks through. But I fully expect the Bitcoin dominance chart to at least reach this 50 level, and as high as this is my target zone up here, the 57 to 61 zone. If we were to reach that high, this would be prime territory to rotate some Bitcoin back into altcoins. But for me personally, I'm still very heavy into altcoins, or Bitcoin rather, and very light on altcoins. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. It's going to be a very quick update this week. It's all about Bitcoin this week. We'll continue to watch and see if the breakout continues, and look forward to talking to you guys next week. If you made it this far, please consider like and subscribe and sharing this video. Thank you.